want to film a town that has a lot of unique architecture to it, and this is not it. This is a nice house, but it's a style that's becoming all too common in the suburbs. The white and black look. And wow, look at some of these chateaus here. That one's fantastic. It's like right out of the Loire Valley in France. We're on Farmstead Road at Weathervane. Okay, I'm just going to turn around. I was on busy Ramapo Valley Road, and the traffic was getting pretty intense. The speed limit's 40 miles an hour, but if you're going 45, that's still not fast enough for most people. So there were people right on my rear. But this down here is the Ramapo Valley, and we're in the town of Mahwah. M-A-H-W-A-H in extreme northwestern New Jersey. Still a suburb of New York City, but you never know it to look at all these forests and everything. So I want to show you some of the historical interesting buildings in this town, and this right here is one of them. It looks like an old Dutch farmhouse. Let me get out and take a picture of the sign and see what there is to talk about it for this house. Well, it turns out this is not a Dutch house. The original family's last name is Winter, and this house is from 1844, and it's only 970 square feet. But they had a big barn back this way past the White House back in the day. So I'll just show you as we drive north on Ramapo Valley Road. I'm taking advantage of the fact there's no cars immediately behind me, at least not quite yet. But there will be. They're coming up behind me. Just to look at some of the beautiful historical houses here and some nice new ones. And there's a little pond over there. Just to give you a flavor. It's tough on this road to really appreciate a lot of the architecture, old and new, that's gone on because people are in a hurry to get places. But you can see the old stone walls here along the side that used to be two farms in the area. Crocker Mansion. And then there's a state park here. It looks like the parking lot's pretty full. A lot of people come here to go hiking. The Ramapo Preserve. Maybe it's a county park. Bergen County. Look at this structure here. Trail Conference. And there's a state university here too. Ramapo College. Let's go in and take a little quick look. See what there's to see here. A lot of parking as you first come in, with solar panels on the roof. Here's some of the academic complex. Looks like a theater here, the red brick building. There must be like a older historic part that was originally here, and then this modern campus has been built around it. Sports and Recreation Center. Swiss style house over there. Campus up there, they have security booths. I don't want to cause any consternation. And then I think some of their athletic fields are on the west side of Ramapo Valley Road here. We're looking west. So, it will go this way. It kind of reminds me of the setup at Bard College, which I'm going to show in a video pretty soon. It's along a road like this with athletic fields sort of separate from the school. Sometimes you see these stone gates to what may have been an estate once upon a time. That's all that's left. All the money is floated away and there is no more mansion. Here's like a Dutch style house. Let me see if I can pull in there. Not easy. I think it's somebody's private house. Some horses. Nice agricultural complex. And then this is Route 287, I believe, with some historical houses right next to it. And Mahwah has a cute train station that's getting fixed up. It's on this side of the town that we're going into. I'll show that as part of the video. This feels like the older part of Mahwah, the original part of town. I don't know that I've actually seen downtown Mahwah. There's a little commercial area by the train station, but it doesn't seem like that would be the downtown. But we'll see if this road takes us into the downtown. Alright, let's see if we're coming into what might be considered the downtown. There's plants and factories and stuff. No, I don't think that was the downtown though. So we'll go underneath the train tracks. This is the Port Jervis line. It's both New Jersey and Metro North. And yeah, we're on Franklin Turnpike. So like they have, you know, strip commercial along this road, but I don't know if it ever actually turns into what you might feel like is a downtown, but we'll see. Namaste Indian Restaurant. I love Indian food. The sign is pointing this way to the train station. So take a good look, quick look. This is downtown Mahwah, I think, right by the train station. And it's on the inbound side. So we'll go underneath the tracks and I'll show you the station from the other side. It's a cute little old station. And then this is the station that's really getting a lot of foundation work here. I showed this in a video I did a couple years ago. The train stations of Mahwah. I think this project has gotten way more involved than they originally thought it would. They're having to do a lot of work. Let's see if I can take a look from outside the car. Real quick. So this is looking southbound, inbound, towards New York City. And I'll show you where we are on the map. We're way up here, right on the New York border, Mahwah. The next station to the north is Suffern. And the service runs pretty often, even on weekends, but we're not lucky enough right now to catch a train going by. You can almost see the Suffern station way up there, I think. Anyway, and Suffern is right on the border of New Jersey and New York. We'll take a look at some more of the historical houses and buildings here in Mahwah. Like I said, the project has gotten, I think, more involved than they originally thought it would. They had to replace the roof. They did that, but now they're doing a lot of other work underneath the roof on this portico that stretches out to the north side of the station house. And that house over there, I bet you was like an old inn back in the day. I like this house, the picket fence. But it's not all old and historic. Let's see, some older homes here that have charm. A couple with some porches on them. We're coming up on a narrow little one-lane tunnel underneath the railroad tracks there. I want to speed through this. Alright, let's see what else is going on, if anything. We are really climbing here. It's kind of an interesting house. All the way to the top of the mountain here. It just keeps climbing and climbing. So once you're up here, I wonder if you have great views of the surrounding area. We shall see. East of Mahwah Road. Let's turn off of Airmont Road and see what goes on along this road. What do you call that? Salt box? It's really nice. I like the wood. Definitely not able to film every nice house that's here. There are a lot of nice ones and there's a lot of ordinary ones. It's runs the range, but this just sounded like an older road that's been here for a while, so that's why I thought I'd drive down it and see if there's some nice old houses to see. We will see. Looks older. Airmont. I have to look on the map to see whether Airmont is in New Jersey or in New York. It's right next to Mahwah. We will see. By the license plates of cars in the driveways. It's still in New Jersey, but you're gonna see some New York plates, definitely, because we are on the edge of the New Jersey-New York border, north of New York City, northwest. Well, since there is no real downtown in Mahwah, if you're looking for a downtown scene, this is downtown Suffern right next door, the Lafayette Theater. I've showed Suffern before in a separate video. A lot of restaurants here. Back to some older streets in Mahwah. This street only caught my eye because it's called Warhol Avenue. Like, same spelling as Andy Warhol. I don't see anything modern art about this place. All the houses are the same. But you never know unless you try. We'll go down this street just to, I think it might show a unique perspective. Yeah, there's this huge hotel. I think it's being closed, or it is closed already. We went to like a birthday party there a couple years ago, not that long ago. It was like a Hilton or a Sheraton. Anyway, you can see it over the trees or through the trees. It's right off the highway, 287. All right, I'm gonna go out of downtown Mahwah. I think we've seen about as much as there is to see that I can find. The Mahwah, not that old, not that quaint. Let's see, you can see more historical things along Ramapo Valley Road here, which I don't know if we're on, but we will intersect with pretty soon after we go under Route 17. Always a lot of highways in New Jersey. We're down there. Decent sized little river that can overflow. And as you head south, you head towards Oakland and Wayne, New Jersey. So let's see what there is to see as we get down here. Nice red farmhouse type complex horse rescue. If you need any horses to be rescued, bring them here. They can live a nice life here. I wish I could stop here with that historic sign. I'll slow down and then maybe try to look at the sign. I saw a name with a van in the front of it, so it's at least part Dutch. And back through Ramapo College. Well, if you're a fan of Romanesque architecture or shingle style, this is that style, built in 1891. Very popular style in the early 1890s. And this is the former Darlington School, which I don't know whether it was private or public. It sort of made it sound like it was public before they had the regular school system set up. And it was a school for many years, and then it sat vacant for 40 years. And now the New York, New Jersey Trail Conference has done some great adaptive reuse. I just want to take another look at this arch. Anyway, you got to get out of the car sometimes to actually appreciate these places. Beautiful building, and on the National Register of Historic Places on Ramapo Valley Road. This road does not have a number. It might be 202, State Route 202. Part of a community when it was estate type farms in this area. I just wanted to note that you can park here now when it's off season, but they'll tow your car if you're not here to go to the center. So you can't use this as a backup to that big parking lot. Just saying. Parking lot's still pretty full, and this is in March. So you can imagine what it's like in the summer. It's packed. I think it's got a good reputation. Might have to do some hiking here. Just driving back down south, I came across this really interesting area. Oh. Anyway, we're right on the boundary of Mahwah. We're actually in Oakland, New Jersey, and an officer actually pulled up alongside me and said, "Don't film unless you pull over to the side of the road. Don't use any electronic devices." So I won't, but I just wanted to show some of this neighborhood and the way going back south from Mahwah. I'll show it in snapshots. That a lot of people live up here, up on in the hills. Just hundreds of beautiful homes like these. Shows you the natural terrain that this is built into. Kind of reminds me of western South Dakota in the Black Hills. Very dramatic. Brand new. The trees that are in front of people's houses are not that big. I don't know what it's like in the winter though. They must have great snow removal service. Very steep road to get up here. Now we're gonna go back down it. When they said no outlet, they meant no outlet, but I'll turn around and show you. I mean, look at the quality of this development. These are all attached houses, but they're all really nice. And they look out over this, which I think is part of the Ramapo River, but it might be an offshoot of it. We were up on top of that hill. It's like a new urbanist neighborhood, except it does have driveways in front of people's houses. But the houses are built so that you might possibly get to know your neighbors. Maybe. A really interesting neighborhood.